Welcome to Around the World on 8 Plates. In this series, we're going to visit different countries and introduce these countries to you. We're also going to teach you how to cook signature dishes from these countries and interview locals from these countries so that you can have a better understanding of what these countries are all about.
In this season,
So far, we've traveled from the Czech Republic to Oman, from Oman to India, from India to Uganda,
and from Uganda to Australia.
and from Australia to Vietnam.
Where are we going next?
On this episode of Around the World on 8 Plates, we're going to a new country. Hello everyone, we're going to another country. Which country are we visiting? As is customary, it's funny monologue time. So, I have two friends visiting. They're called Margentina. 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 Doesn't this sound like the name of a country? Well, this is a clue to the country that we're going to feature today. So which country are we visiting?
Well, it's time for us to say Bienvenido Argentina. And we're going to teach you how to make a very special drink that is common in Argentina, and it's called El Submarino. And we're also going to feature a special guest today who is going to talk more about Argentina. He has lived in Argentina for many, many years, so he knows a lot about that country.
Presented to you by National Taiwan Normal University, Common Core Education Committee, Foreign Language Education Division.
So, you have landed at Buenos Aires Airport. Do you know where to go? Do you know what places to see? Do you know where you should eat? Well, let's talk about some of the places that you should go when you visit Argentina. First of all, don't miss the park where you can find the Floraris Herenica. Well, you might ask yourself, what's so special about this place? It's just a sculpture, right? Uh-huh. This sculpture is actually a gift to the city of Buenos Aires by the Argentinian architect Eduardo Fernando Catalano. This is a stunning attraction that attracts many tourists and locals to go there. What's so special about this sculpture is that it can actually move. So the rose or the flower opens and closes its petals in tune with the sun. And its design uses a hydraulic system that is controlled by photoelectric sensors that are used to measure the sun's intensity. Catalano created this unique structure to symbolize hope reborn every day, just like the opening and the closing of the flower's petals. Now, there are other places, including the Palacio Barolo, where you can take a 1920s style elevator all the way up to the rooftop to wonderfully enjoy panoramic views of the city. You can also visit a 200-year-old mansion that was recently turned into a museum. Inside the museum, you can find all kinds of art and sculpture. And don't forget to take a stroll near Plaza de Mayo, where you can learn more about the history of this wonderful country and visit Casa Rosada, which means pink house. More than these places in the city, this vast country is a vast treasure of nature and beautiful wildlife. Now let's talk about etiquette. What are some of the appropriate and inappropriate gestures in Argentina? In the dining room setting, when someone invites you for dinner, first you have to dress well. Well, for men, you should wear a jacket and a tie, and for women,
you should wear a dress or a skirt and blouse. It's also common courtesy to have a glass of wine or any other gift when someone invites you to his or her home. And for homeowners, they mind if you arrive too early or right on time for dinner. In fact, it's kind of rude and discourteous to arrive on time or too early. Now, when you travel to Argentina, you might be confronted with many dining etiquette challenges. So before picking up your utensils, either ask a local or search for more information on the internet. For more information about Argentina, here's a postcard showing us the map, the flag, and some information about Argentina. And you can read about where you can find a beautiful mountain in Argentina and what's so special about this mountain. As mentioned before, today we're going to introduce you to a special drink and teach you how to make it. This is a very traditional drink from Argentina and it's a warm chocolate drink. So let's go to the recipe. Now let's start with the list of ingredients. Actually, you don't need much for this recipe. These are the things you need for this recipe. So you will need 1.5 cups of milk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, some chocolate, dark chocolate. Make sure it's dark chocolate. You'll need some vanilla extract and you will need some cinnamon powder. And that's it. Let's go to step 1. First, on low heat, not high heat, pour in some milk into a saucepan. So you pour the milk into the saucepan like so, and then you add 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's 1 tablespoon, and that's another tablespoon coming. And then you let it cook for a bit. Now let's go to step 2. Again, please leave the heat on low and then simmer or slowly cook the milk for about 5 minutes. And remember, you have sugar inside, so you don't forget to stir or mix the milk. Make sure it doesn't boil, okay? For the third step, add some vanilla extract into the mixture. Now for the next step, you check the temperature of the milk. If it is warm enough, remember, not hot, you turn off the heat and then you pour all the milk into a mug or inside a cup or any other kind of container you would like to put your drink in. After you have done that, you set the mug or the cup aside. Now, while the milk is still warm, add in some chocolate and sprinkle with some cinnamon powder. If you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to add the cinnamon. How much chocolate should you ask? Well, it depends on how sweet and how many pieces of chocolate you want. So if you want it sweeter, you add more chocolate. And there you have it, the video recipe for El Submarino, a very popular chocolate drink in Argentina. In case you need it, here is a written recipe for today's drink called El Submarino. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to get video recipes. Anyway, enough talking, here is the written recipe. Now let's welcome Mr. Nawal Tang
who is our special guest and who is going to talk more about Argentina.
Hello, my name is Nahuel. I was born in Argentina, and Nahuel actually is pretty common name in Latin America. Today I want to share something about Argentina. And the first is Argentinian barbecue. They call it asado. Asado actually is a social event, and the way how they attending your friends and the family during a weekend, or basically it could be every day, to share the whole chunk of beef, the baked beef, which is very tasty, and they didn't put a lot of sauces when they bake it. And the second is a dulce de leche. Dulce de leche actually is a caramelized milk jam. They put on cookie, bread, and basically everything, which is very, very sweet, but I really like it. And I want to share about something interesting experience I have. It's the first time when I come to Argentina, my friend, and he took me to eating the pizza. And at that moment, I said I want a cold milk tea, and which it calls a lot of people's attention, because for them, cold milk tea, it should be when you eating dessert, you want to eat cake, like you go to a coffee shop. So, which kind of shocked my friends' whole eyes. And actually, there's still a lot experience in interesting I want to share, but I think all for now. Thank you guys for listening to my sharing. Thank you.
Where are we going next? Well, stay tuned as we go around the world on 8 plates once again, as we take you to another country in the first week of May. So it's TOEIC time once again, and we're doing listening part 4. So this is what you have to do. You will hear some talks given by a single speaker. You will be asked to answer 3 questions about what the speaker says in each talk. Select the best response to each question and mark the letter A, B, C, or D on your answer sheet. The talks will not be printed in your test book and will be spoken only one time. 1 to 3.
Okay, so I think a lot of people know about our food, and you may think that our food, we have only pho and then the rice, broken rice, right? Those are the things that make our food famous, yeah. But beside that, I think not many people know that we have a lot of rolls and wrap things. Like spring rolls is just one kind of rolls that we have in Vietnam, actually. And in our daily life, we usually eat a lot more of that kind than pho or broken rice even.
Really?
Yes.
So pho is usually eaten for lunch or?
No.
Numbers 4 to 6.
Maybe the people say, "Oh, Colombia is dangerous." Yes, it's a little bit dangerous, depend of the place that you stay. But normally for tourists, it's really good to go to visit Colombia because we have different views with a lot of colors. With different, the tourists like the food of Colombia. The most famous food is arepas. It's really, really delicious.
Here's the answer key. If you need the explanation, feel free to email me at the email address on the screen. we going next? Well, stay tuned as we go around the world on 8 plates once again, as we take you to another country in the first week of May.